Well, you're sitting in the newest church in the South Lyon community, and I'm standing in front of one of the oldest here at McCaddy Park. And I love old church buildings because, you know me, I love history, and I wonder who got baptized in that church, who got married in that church, what kids first learned about God in that church, what youth grew up in that church, how many potlucks were held in that church. Right now, hopefully, you've just enjoyed a potluck. You had some good mastacholi, you've had a chance to eat, and here you are at Take a Step. And I'm really excited about Take a Step because in Take a Step, you're gonna get to do what the people in this church did all those years ago. You're gonna get to learn about other people in the church. You're gonna get to make new friends, hear about each other, hear each other's story. And the truth is, as we encourage you to take a step, you've taken many steps already. That's what's led you here tonight. You've taken steps of faith. You've taken steps to follow Jesus Christ. So tonight, we want to give you an opportunity to reflect on those steps, to talk about those steps. But first, let's hear from some people in our church, and let's hear about how God has brought us together. We're going to start with one of the young ladies from our children's ministry. Take a listen to Claire.
My favorite part of this place that we get to play a lot of games and talk about God, how He saves our lives.
God brings us together from many different backgrounds.
I grew up in the Episcopal Church.
Oh my gosh, I went to Lutheran church, I went to a Catholic church, I went to Lutheran and Catholic, Evangelical Free Church, which is similar to Evangelical Covenant. Those were the primary ones.
No,
My
I
wife
didn't.
did not, but I did.
It was a Church of God.
I don't know, not really. We moved around a lot, so we never found a church to go to. So I kind of grew up with God and stuff, but not really in a church.
Kind of went to a Catholic church as a boy and went there for Catholic school for a few years. And then I had a period of time through my teenage years where I just sort of dropped out of church altogether and wasn't doing that at all.
I grew up in a house. And in that house, then we'd go to church on Sundays.
There's a lot of shouting and, hollering. It was a Baptist church.
I did grow up in church. First at a Methodist church, and then I've been coming to Crossroads since I was in 5th grade.
Kind of. I grew up going to a Catholic church, but it was really, we were creatures. We went Christmas and Easter pretty much and would hit it on and off in between.
The charismatic Pentecostal church growing up. I actually started off Catholic until I was about 5 years old, don't remember much of that. And then after that, my family moved to a Pentecostal church for about 20 years.
I was Catholic, and then I chose when I was a teenager Methodism, and then as an adult with children, Crossroads.
I went to the Methodist church here in South Lyon.
My family was always around a church. I went to church with a lot of friends. We lived in government housing, so they had Bible studies and different things like that in the all-purpose community room. About half and half.
I went to the Salvation Army.
It was a Baptist church.
I did not grow up in church. On every other weekend, when I was about 4 or 5, went to a Catholic Mass for a couple of years, and that was about it.
We come together at different stages of our lives and with different dreams.
I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't know.
I don't know what I want to be when I grow up.
I want to be a senator. Is a vet.
I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. There's so many things I don't know yet.
I have a whole plan. This is a good question. I'm going to be a biomedical engineer, and then I'm going to apply to med school, and I'm going to become a doctor or a surgeon. Probably a heart surgeon.
I don't know, I'm still trying to figure it out. I thought I wanted to be a teacher, so that's what I'm doing right now. And I think maybe when I have the baby, I just want to be a mom. So we'll see.
Actually, I've always wanted to be a circus clown or a trapeze artist, so.
Just what I am, retired, playing golf and going to church and enjoying life.
Oh, probably a minister.
I want to be a mommy, and I want to make crocheted things.
And God brings us together and makes us.
Here 3 years ago, and we walked in the door, and it was just like people were waiting there to meet us, and it was kind of like, welcome home, family. We've been waiting for you, and it's felt that way ever since.
I just love seeing the people, and it gives me somewhere to go like after high school. High school's a hard place, and this is just like a church family to me, so.
I would say just the connection of how, you know, how I guess warm and intimate the church is. I would say, I don't know, a lot, because it's smaller, you get to meet a lot more people, and just the worship music and just the energy in this church is pretty amazing.
What I love about our church is that it's a big family. It's every time I come here, it's like a family reunion every week, and just connecting with people, seeing how everyone's week was, and just joining in worship together.
All the kids running around in the hallways.
Family.
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 Family. As a family, we celebrate the joy and energy of childhood. And we thank God for the wisdom that only comes from walking with God for many years.
When I get old, I want to be like Bill. Bill Baker. Yeah. You don't know Bill Baker? He's the guy I went to Haiti with.
Oh,
He's old. Bill. Yeah.
We need to hear their stories.
And they wouldn't let me say the things I wanted to say. I wanted to share how God just took me through this. And then that night they came to our house, and I'll never forget it because they had these bright lights and there were cobwebs in the corners. I was so embarrassed. And then that night we had pie, and they videoed us. You know, we were out of that whole day and whole evening. It was 4 minutes.
But also, they never told us that they would ever air it.
Yeah.
You know where we saw it? A motel room down in Georgia.
People did see it, but it was.
So when you said that talked about this, I said, well, we'll probably answer a few questions and they'll edit it out to about 3 words. No, but
that would be all right.
You're gonna get 4 minutes. We're getting 4 minutes.
Yeah, I don't need it.
No, I just.
No, that's great.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, I do too.
We've got a couple of goals. We've got a couple of things that we want to happen. So the first goal, obviously, is that we all, me, you, all of us, reflect on what step we need to take in our faith right now. How is God calling us, challenging us, leading us at this stage of our journeys? For some of us, the step that we take might be a step back. It might be a step back because we're going so fast, we're doing so much, we're feeling so burnt out that we don't have time for God. We don't have time to hear from God and to pray and to understand who God is and how God's calling us right now. But for many of us, it'll be a step forward. It'll be a step forward into maybe more sacrifice, or maybe more giving of our time to other people, or maybe reaching out to people in faith by sharing our story of what God is doing in our life and how God is molding us and shaping us and growing us. So goal number 1, we want you to take a step, and that takes reflecting on where God is in your life right now and how the Holy Spirit is guiding you and leading you right now. The second goal of take a step, to me, is the most important one. It's the goal of connection. You're going to be hearing from me in these videos, kind of putting together the different pieces. And more important than hearing from me, you're going to be hearing from the other people in the church. You're going to be hearing from the teens. Teens like Tyler and Sarah, who do so much around this church in the children's ministry and help out in the children's ministry, and what they're learning as they go to summer camp and what they're learning as they go on mission trips and they help out. You'll hear from them, and then we'll go all the way to the other side. We'll hear from some of the people in our church who have been around for a long time and have been walking with God for a long time and have called themselves Christians for a long time and understand what that journey looks like. So I'm really excited that you're going to get to hear from all these different people in our church. But the most important people you're going to get to hear from aren't going to be the people on the videotape. They're going to be the people that are sitting around the living room with you or sitting around the kitchen table. That's the connection. That's the goal that we want. We want people to get to know each other a little bit better. And we want people to feel like there's people in this place that know me and that know my story and know where I'm coming from. And so that, to me, that's the most important part of Take a Step. If you don't remember one thing I say, or if you don't remember one thing from these videotapes, but you go deeper in your walk with other people and you feel more connected to the people of this church and you feel like you've got some friends maybe that you didn't have before, that's perfect. That's great. That's the goal of Take a Step. And so as we finish off this first video, in a few minutes, you'll talk to the people sitting around your table. Tonight, with all of us sitting here in the sanctuary, it may be a little bit loud, but after tonight, as you go into people's homes or you meet here at the church in smaller groups, you'll have a chance to be a little bit more intimate and hear from each other a little bit better. But tonight, you'll have a moment to spend in talking to the people around your table. But right now, let's finish this up with one of those people from our church who has walked in faith for a long time and has a great wisdom and has a great gentleness. So we're going to let his words finish this up as he tells us what his goal is and what he wants from life.
I would sum up by saying I believe with all my heart, I believe in the Church of Jesus Christ and those that serve and those that labor. And I want to continue to give myself and my resources to the Church of Jesus Christ.